What up? What up?
I mean, I heard the whole crowd clapping. I
Yeah,
heard everybody.
like
Thank,
that.
thank everybody that came on, to hear your boy speak.
Yes, we got Lil Mike Reed, aka Mike Dollars, No Degree Podcast, the cool chick in the building. How are y'all doing
What's
this
up?
evening?
Good,
Great.
great.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you guys coming and being a part of this. Everything's still new, but at the same time, I really sincerely appreciate you guys making time to come in and talk with me this evening.
You look great. You look great.
All right.
So,
The whole intro too. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yay! Thank you. I
Right,
appreciate.
right.
I'm working on it. It's progress. As you know, with we are hitting sensational No Degree. Oh my God, I love. Man, me and my man, we're listening to it seriously when on the ride home. Because music today is, that
Yeah.
this generation is cool, but listening to some good conversation, tripping out, and y'all keep it 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell
I
the
mean,
viewers
we
about
gon- we gonna go as far as we can before I get all of us in trouble.
and you
for
say
my
that
sake.
too.
Right.
Right.
Like,
I
can I
mean,
say
I'm
that?
always buffer.
So
But,
tell the
I
viewers
try my
about it.
best to use the last little bit of brain cells I got up here to do the dance on the line. It's
Right,
always a line.
right.
Right.
So for those who don't know, tell the viewers about, what you got going on and what you're working on.
Well, on the No Degree Show, we speak on current topics, and we are what we are on there. But I mean, it's a good perspective and
Hmm.
people who can have strong opinions, but also able to still have good dialogue without it going to a place where people like us.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
we don't have to go
Hmm.
that way. We can have sincere conversations and we can sharpen each other tools in the shed for real and not just be saying it.
Right.
So
No.
that's what no degree is. And we invite everybody. If you do got a degree, or MD, or whatever,
Right.
everybody invited. It's just good conversation.
And I'm loving it. So what's how many episodes, how often do y'all film? Because I'm trying to keep up. I'm like, okay, I want more. So how are y'all
Right.
filming right now?
Well, we shoot at least at minimum once a week, but
Okay.
twice a week. I
Mhm.
mean, but I mean, the king. What it is? I mean, I hold the weight as far as producing the show. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Okay.
you know how they can go. You got to cut
Yes.
and you got to edit.
Listen.
An hour conversation with easy 4 hours of editing minimum. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And if you still taking care of, you got to take care of that 2 days. So, I mean, we got them little speed bumps, but I mean, we definitely drop regularly. I mean, regular. Say the word.
Regularly.
There you go. At least a week and a half at
Mhm.
minimum.
Yeah.
Thank you, dog.
It's a lot of work. When I'm trying to do this
Yeah.
graphic, I'm like, I'm ready to hire somebody. It's a lot.
I get it wholeheartedly. People think you just cut on the microphone and you talk.
No.
Not it ain't got nothing to do with studying the topic, coming up with a topic, staying on topic.
Mhm.
We just talking about the dirty work. Everybody want to eat, but don't nobody want to wash the dish and clean the kitchen.
Man, what?
That's exactly what it is. That's
You said
exactly
it.
what it is.
You nailed that. You said it exactly how it needed to be said because people just
Right.
think this you cut on the cameras, but it's work, editing. And I forgot some shit now. I had a whole introduction video with you two on it, your
Right.
video, your kid, just snapshots of your life. And guess what?
Oh.
It ain't happen.
Look, and it be like that sometimes. We were just having a conversation, just talking about like everybody think they ideas is like the end all be all, and you don't understand. Your ideas is just ideas.
Mm-hmm.
None of that stuff matters. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah. Hell
Okay,
yeah.
none of that shit matter until it's time to put it on paper. Once you put it on paper, then you really see what you made. You see what you're doing. You see what you made of.
Mm-hmm.
After that, the rest of it, it's just talking, and everybody can do that. Everybody can do that. Yeah.
Well, it seems like you guys know what you're doing. I'm just getting out. It's funny you dropped your podcast. You was coming out, and then I was contemplating. So I said, you know what? I'm finna do that shit. Like you literally motivated me to go ahead and move. I've been procrastinating forever, and I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, thank you for sure. I mean, I would never know. I mean, I got an idea of who you are a little bit, and I know you already. So when I see you operate socially, even on social media, I'm like, man, I don't have that skill. Like people think I do. I'm telling you, it's a real fucking battle for me to really just, to really build that up and do it. Each time you see it, you may don't feel that way, but that's not a natural talent of mine. What I do know how to do is choreograph and process but as far as like when I see you and you naturally, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about. All you gotta do is just keep going, right?
Yay! Right. Well, thank you. You gotta see my boyfriend. He like this,
like straight across the board.
Oh my god, it's like
right. I mean, I'm the exact same way. I'm the exact. This the social bird, and I'm telling you, absolutely.
What's up, though? We're gonna jump into the subject. Let's do it. The subject is why you can't change him or her.
That's a good one.
So I have a few bullet points, and I want your thoughts together. Okay. Collectively, what do you think? It's just some bullet points. I just think this is very important because people think that they can change people and stay in relationship that they know they ain't changing, but will change for who they want.
Right.
And just being in these toxic situations and just being stagnant. And it's just getting ridiculous. It's getting really ridiculous. So some of my topics are going to be hitting on things like that I want to speak about. It ain't about views and who watching. I'm getting what's out, what I want to be told. And whoever come on and just kick it with me and have conversation, that's what we doing.
For sure.
So pretty much who people are is about their habits, not about other people's worth. Don't become a doormat in an effort to make them change. All that would truly change if your self-worth and sense of self. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think that's spot on. I mean, if you are confident in who you are and what you do on a day-to-day basis, like, if somebody else comes into the picture, that's kind of like just the icing on the cake, right? Or really a cherry on top, because you're good and confident in where you are. And I think when somebody else comes to the picture, it should be like they're adding to your life.
An addition.
They're an addition. Not, I know we hear all the time, but I can do better all by myself. But that's truly, and that other person can too. So if you can't add value to that person and you guys just aren't on the same page, then I mean, okay, that's fine.
No, I mean, that's a conversation that needs to be had.
No, absolutely.
But I mean, my take is a little bit different because, I mean, what she's saying is correct in my mind, but she said something that stuck out as far as confidence. No, it's not always about being confident. You said it's something profound in what you wrote, and I'll tell you what it is. Knowing self. I mean, you can watch somebody that's being treated how they shouldn't be treated, but it won't last too long because the confidence ain't there yet, but they know who they is. You know what I'm saying? So at least if you know the foundation of what it is, like, hey, you push me this far, but I'm not going there. That's where it starts with. So I mean, trying to change people, it's no way in the hell that I can be in this I can be in a relationship with this woman if she don't accept me for who I am. Now, do certain shit come? Yes, I am what you think I am a little bit. I said a little bit. Right.
I kind of see still what I thought,
And she is what you think she not a little bit. I love you, but what does that even mean? Okay, cool. Okay, the people who got it.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
and
mean,
she
I get.
seemed
I
like she got
mean,
your back. She seemed like she got your back 100%. You can see that online. And I don't know you personally, me and your mom are friends, but I from just watching you from being you're single into transforming into this relationship, I'm like, oh, look at him grow. And look at her. Grown shit going on.
I appreciate it, but yeah, I think it all just starts with knowing who you are at the basis. You don't have everybody don't come out being the shit,
Right.
but it take a little time and you start smelling yourself. That's all.
Oh,
No matter who you are, you can be the biggest nerd. I'm pretty sure Elon Musk. I mean, it come in all different shapes and forms. It all don't look like LeBron and Jordan. You know what I mean?
right.
So just know who you are. If you don't like cheese, don't eat it.
Don't eat it. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Using your poor self-image as a cue to date down to avoid ourselves and having to step up. Woo!
Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've all been there. It's just a part of life. You have to figure out. Like, I think that's just a part of getting to know yourself and know like what you're gonna accept. Like, if you do date somebody, they have maybe a lower self-image or a little bit, maybe not up to standards of like what you want in your life. When you do date that person, you usually know it's short term.
Right.
You usually know you playing. You usually know that, and so it's like, I think that's just a part of the journey.
Yeah, and you got to be careful not dating the potential of somebody. And I think it's something like, do they really have the fortitude to at least try? Not what you think they can be. Will this person go out here and be shitty at whatever it is? You'll find, like, I mean, I tell Quan all the time, action beat anxiety. We can have all this anxiety about something to do, but once you go through it, whether you're good at it or not, at least you started the motion. So when I see that, that's what it made me think about. Like, I mean, it's tough, but it go back to we all got these ideas of what some shit.
So does that come with growth? Because how long should you suggest someone stay with someone who sees potential? Like, we grown now, but I used to stay in a relationship 3-4 years and knew, thought they had the potential, but how long is too long?
I say that it's not necessary. I mean, yes, the potential, of course. Like, if it's there, it's there.
Okay.
The potential. I'm not talking about actually becoming what you think they will fulfill. But how long should you say? I think it's different for each circumstance. But if that person is only potential, if this person say, hey, I'm gonna do 100 push-ups today.
Okay.
And they went out and they did 30, and that was all that they had.
There you go.
That's when you can start measuring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
hey,
a good example. That was good.
Look
at you. No degree.
Absolutely. No degree now, y'all. No degree. No, this person got up and hey, they did 30 and I didn't do 2. And that's okay. That's okay. But I mean, I think it starts there because that 30 turned to 35. We want that 30 to turn to 70.
Right.
No.
Right.
We go to 35 and 38.
Right.
So I mean, if the potential is not being fought for, that's what I say. You should get out of there if the potential is not being fought for. I think I should coin that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Coin it. And I think what you mentioned in the first segment, in the first post there, you said about habits, and I think that's what you have to pay attention to. Like, potential is great. Somebody can be tall and they can have the, whatever we think makes the perfect NBA player. But if they don't, take care of their body, if they don't, are they not willing to practice? It's like your everyday habits and the decisions that you've made up to this point. So,
but habits it's a dangerous word. Let me tell you something. Every habit that somebody have that's positive, that can be developed. Every habit that somebody had that's negative, that can be developed. And it can go vice versa. So I mean, if you see somebody who have poor habits, but they doing the 30 push-up, knowing they should be doing 100,
Okay.
that bad can become good. It's tricky. Like
Yeah.
that word, I mean, it feels good to say it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you can unlearn something the same way you learned it.
Very true.
There you
So
go.
you just gotta kind of, I don't know, you gotta trust what's in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That shit in there don't lie to you. You know?
Yep. And actions speak louder than words. That will never go old. Never.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's a simple way to say it.
Mhm.
Actually, it speak louder than words.
There you go.
You know.
Nagging doesn't worry. Lord have mercy. He can he can tune it out.
Oh Lord.
Threats mean nothing because he knows they're empty. Sulking is easily ignored. The silent treatment is an unexpected bonus. Withholding affection, even sex, often backfires. You're the one who ends up unfulfilled, fearing paralyzed by your own inaction.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
What do you feel about? I know that was a mouthful, but all those things, with withholding sex and silent treatments. I mean, what's your take on just doing all these different methods just to get someone to change?
Well, I asked this lady who was in the marriage for like 17 years. I would consider her successful, but not that it really matters. But her habits is conducive to being successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she been married for 15 years on her second marriage. And I said, man, like,
How many?
15 years. It's her second marriage.
Second. I
The-
think
the
it's the
second-
7th. I'm like, that's a
No,
problem.
no.
Okay.
Hell no.
The second
The
marriage.
second marriage,
Okay.
and the second marriage is on 15 years.
Mm.
And I asked her, like, I mean, how did you endure to that point? And she was just like, gotta keep fucking. So
Get back to me.
That's
okay,
it.
I was like,
No more
no,
therapy.
because
That's it.
because me being the only man on the panel, I'm just saying when you
Yeah,
said
let
withholding
everybody know.
sex, that triggered me. I'm like, withholding. What? How the hell I'm finna go do 15, 16 hours? I don't. So okay, go ahead. I mean, I do got another thought.
No.
That's all you seen. You got the sound bite withholding sex. That was a 15 paragraph.
Like, wait, what? Like, nah, that ain't.
Nah,
I mean,
hell.
I'm typing like this. That's all you saw. Okay, go ahead.
Man, withhold sex.
That's a
What's
big
your
one.
other thought?
No, go ahead. No, you good. No, go ahead.
I mean, I think it's just you usually know. So it's like if you're doing all of that, like you usually know.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think as a woman, like whether you're spiritual or you're in the energy or you're in the vibes, like you're gonna pick up if somebody is really thinking long term about what you're into. And I think men have very clear indicators when they're thinking long term.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah.
Mm.
That's something I had to learn.
That's a great point.
And I'm not the one that was trying to change. It was like, you ain't, you saying what you're trying to do. All right, I'm good. You good.
Right.
I can go on about my business.
Right.
But
Mm.
when you see somebody that is trying to make those changes and they are speaking, in the future, and you can just tell they're making those efforts to, to make a difference and to plan and to grow together. I think you can tell. So no, nagging never works. And I mean, I have a great grandmother that was married 50-something years, and
Right.
she's like, it ain't worth it.
Mm-mm.
Somebody gonna have to just be like, okay, all right, honey, you got it.
It can't work. Like you can't actually change. All you can do is develop. Like at
Mm.
the end of the day, if I'm disrespected, if I'm disrespected by an able, full-minded human being, then I will respond, and I will respond a certain type of way, and that's the crux of who I are. That's the crux of who I am. But you know what? At times, sometimes I wish I went that way, and it's not until that I'm in a relationship with somebody saying, "Look, that's something you can work on, but that's who you are." Like you can't really change it. You can just keep developing. And always remember that person or whatever that is in your passenger seat. It's on you who's gonna drive.
Mhm.
So it's the The nagging don't work. It don't work at all.
Guilty. I done it, but that don't work. That just
it don't work.
It don't work.
No, it's a quick feel. Like you feel good real quick.
Real quick.
You know what I'm saying? Like like smoking. You get high for 15 minutes. Like damn, it's gone. I paid $30 for it. It's over with. Mm-hmm. It not. I'm talking about weed, y'all. Weed.
Okay, yeah.
Right. I had to correct. I said smoking as they go across the board. You smoke a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But no. Seriously, like it's short-lived. It's almost selfish to nag because it's quick, immediate gratification,
and it's not productive. Like no, we're not making any progress.
It's not gonna change the root of whatever it is. Most arguments are in layers. Like, hey, we arguing about this today, but I was mad at you 4 days ago, and this shit coming out. It's coming out today.
Right. So how do y'all seem so grown? I mean, I know, and I'm sitting here. I had an argument today because they online. We going to church, and they like, oh, you got to register the park. He trying to turn. Oh, we can't go to that new church. No, just let go. Cause everything on the internet ain't updated since COVID.
Wait, you had an argument about church. You had an argument about going to church.
Parking at the church. She gave him the side eye. Well,
guess what? Y'all gonna be alright. Y'all arguing about church. Y'all gonna be.
We had to pray. We had to pray at that moment
before we went in there. He still,
right.
Tight.
That out.
It's so funny, though. You want to override the process of turning around and let's keep going to church. Like, it's so silly. But how do y'all overcome these little arguments? Like when y'all have.
Well, you got to have a tough conversation. We just had. I'm talking about. Yeah, like, but you gotta. I mean, you just gotta have it because it festers, and then it go into multiple layers, and next thing you arguing about. Past socks that you left in the floor, but you really arguing about, you didn't take care of this part a week ago. So no, we had them tough conversations, and when I say we have them, it's shitty, and it's and we both. Well, I can speak for myself. I be scared of them sometimes.
Me too. You be thinking it's over.
No, but see, I'm tired. You don't scare me.
Uh-oh.
Don't scare me. You scare me, then we going all the way. We got to go. We got to go all the way. If I'm scared, you see what I'm saying? I'm the scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Don't scare me. You talk to me. Keep me calm. Cause you scare. I'm ready. Well, we here now.
Yeah.
But it's just having them tough ass conversations. And
yes.
And this is the first relationship where I had them conversation with somebody who's able to have a conversation.
Ooh, so that's important.
When I'm speaking this way and I'm using certain words and vernacular and vocabulary with people who, who come from where we come from to a certain degree, you can't have them conversation, but it's important to have a conversation with somebody who can actually participate in the conversation. So I think that goes overlooked a lot.
That was my issue. Dating immature people that didn't want to have a conversation. We just got mad. I left. We didn't talk for a week, 2, and then get back together. It's still not. It's not completed. It's not finished.
It's that layer. You know what I'm saying? She just told me like, dog, if you need some loving, say it. Because I'm like 2 days a week, girl. I'm working out 4 days. That testosterone through the roof. But she just like say it. Talk to me. Tell me what you need. And if I mean that don't mean she have to. And that's something else. It's just being in a relationship where you can
healthy. It's called healthy in communication and what people need.
That's really it.
Just as can happen with fixer-upper properties, people enter fixer-upper relationship underestimating the work involved.
I mean, I think that's what so much.
Where are you getting these questions from? Like, who doing these billets and who doing that PowerPoint? Like, is that you?
That's
I'm just.
That's us. That's us.
Okay.
That's us. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, that's good. I think so many people they enter the fixer-uppers.
Yeah.
It just
Mm.
First of all, I just feel like life is hard enough. Don't give yourself all of that extra work. Like, life is hard enough, and you want somebody who, where you can go through the hard times. And it's not necessarily even saying the relationship is hard, but life in itself, whether it's dealing with family issues, career, whatever, health. So, like, if you're trying to fix this person and you're trying to go through life, like, that's just too much work. And I don't think anybody
Have you done it?
Have you ever done it?
Like, have you ever just fixed up someone, like the fixer-upper type of relationship? Have you ever did? Because I know we're talking grown, but these young folks who look at this, they're going to be like, well, maybe did they ever do that? Like, I got to get where they at. Have you ever, like...
I can personally say no. I mean, I'm just like, I'm more of a no nonsense, like, this what we doing or not, are you good or you not? And this is not a good moment for you. Okay, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Right. I have been in a fixer-upper relationship multiple times, but it's with people who have the ability to not look like they're fixer-upper. It's with people like, you heard the term, like, I bought a lemon. You go buy a car and a car. You go buy, it's a lemon.
Oh, a lemon, yeah.
You buy a car. It look nice on the outside and it ain't by nothing on the inside. So, I mean, I hope they don't see you.
Is that where the no lemon law came from? Hey, we have a conversation. That's why we here.
There we go.
People, shoot.
That's why we here.
They will get over it. Hopefully they learn.
Right. Thoughts on lasting look, it made me mad. Thoughts on lasting relationships are sustained with compromise. What are your thoughts on that about compromising and how I think it's important to have those?
That's the key.
That's the
key.
That is the foundational slab at the bottom. If you cannot compromise, it's just gonna be this battle constantly, and it's like that's just not how the world works.
And the world don't give a fuck, right? The world don't care. Like, it's no way to get through it unless you compromise. Like, you have to. It's no other way. I mean, I think that's probably the most important ingredient. No matter what your background is, no matter none of it. If you can't compromise, fuck it. Go to Club Blade. Throw some money when you get paid on Friday. You ain't finna keep you, man. I'm just saying.
You're right. People don't want to butter this how I am. Take it or leave it. Okay, it was a time.
The dumbest shit I never changed. And I said about change, but when you say that, it's so ignorant to the fact, like, you don't receive knowledge every day. You can watch a bird fly across your yard one way, and that same bird did something different. And to say that you didn't acknowledge that, that's like, you got to be able to compromise. It's no other way. Now, I'm not saying give up your sanity for it.
Right.
But you got to be able to compromise.
Right there.
You got to prioritize it.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Go ahead, sweet. We rolling, but
no, that's it. I think just about prioritizing, like, is it important? Does this push us to the next level? Does this evolve what we want for our future, for our relationship? For me to be mad and to hold a grudge about you not picking up your socks, like, okay, if that's not his thing, and you have the capacity to do it. I say that all the time. Like, if you have the capacity to do this, okay, do it. If I have the capacity to do this, I'm gonna do it. If that's my 100%, okay, that's my 100%.
Yeah.
If that's not your 100%, okay.
Yeah.
What you say? Some days
my 100% may look like 40%, but if that's my 100% for the day,
60. It equal out to 100.
He might have 110% that day, and that's I'm only grateful for that. So, and don't think about compromise as a sacrifice. And I think that's another thing that some people think, like, if I have to give this up, I'm selling myself, I'm settling. Like, no, it's gonna be stuff in a relationship. It don't matter if y'all both come in with 6 figures, a house, the biggest car, the cutest dog, all the degrees. It's gonna be something because we're just imperfect beings. So you have to figure out, what is what is not that important? What can you just move on from and just say, hey, okay, cool, honey, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Ooh, we grown. We so grown over here, babe.
Yeah, like something like that.
Thoughts on saving sex after a commitment is established.
I mean, I guess I can't speak on that. I don't know nobody that can, but we can.
Okay, look, I'm a full
I think it's
grown.
beautiful to save yourself for marriage. I think that's beautiful if two people are on the same page and doing that. But I think it's even okay if two imperfect beings come together and they say, "Hey, I know I want to be with this person," and you say, "Okay, we got to get it in."
I mean, it's different ways of commitment outside of just marriage. Not saying, of course, I'm gonna marry this woman. Lord, please help me. But no. I mean, just being committed, it don't have it's another one of those trigger words. Like, hey, being committed. It's just saying they're just saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this right here. I mean, and I'm good on it. I'm good on this. I'm developing this. I'm committed to this. So I mean, yeah.
And I think the sole reason for, I mean, to each its own, whatever your beliefs are, go for that and stand for that and be someone that supports and is aligned with that. But I think at the end of the day, it's about just having standards for yourself. And, even if you are in a committed relationship, or even before you get to that point, say, hey, let's make sure that we're really testing, what we're saying that this is going to be. And so if you got to the point, y'all been through some stuff, y'all talked about some stuff, y'all are aligned on what your goals, your purpose, just your values, then, you should be comfortable, I would hope, because then at that point, I'm guessing if you do want to get married or engaged or whatever the case may be, you guys are still aligned on the same page. So, I mean,
sex is there.
So what are your thoughts? Just to be a little transparent, me and my boyfriend, my man, my husband.
Okay, call it out now.
Came into this relationship, chemistry off the chain, and we got down.
Right, going crazy.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you good.
Been going. Been going to church every Sunday, filled with the Holy Spirit. Now I'm like, the last 3 months, I went to him and was like, hey, I feel kind of convicted after, we have relations. So I want to try this abstinent thing.
Right.
You know what he said? If that's what you feel like you want to do, I'm 100%. I don't know, but I'm. Let's do it. So we're on month 3.
I mean, hey,
and I know
that's a guy.
But
who's committed to you. Sound right.
I mean, he sounds. And
like you on what month?
Month 3.
3. Yeah.
That's 90 days. That's a quarter.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's the one. He's like you're mine and I'm yours. So no shame in the game. We come close to the line, but then we don't. You know what I mean? We still have that sensual, that still affectionate, but it's I'm telling you, I mean, I'm looking forward to. It's like a whole new excitement for when that day happens again. It's crazy.
I've heard that.
It's real.
I think that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And if that is, and at the end of the day, it's just about communicating.
Don't get her no ideas. Look, Mike.
No. You can get her all the ideas you want. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, if y'all are aligned on that, I mean, that's all that matters.
No.
Now, if you went and did that and you didn't communicate that and you just made that decision within yourself,
that's
red flag. That is gonna set some stuff on fire.
Yeah,
you had that conversation.
Yeah, he was on board with that conversation.
What y'all waiting on? Like everybody else tell us, why y'all ain't married yet?
Listen, I just found out something new yesterday. I'm good. Look, take your time. I want it one time only, and we there.
Absolutely,
we there. That's him. He's the one. So there's no rush. Meaning, I'm not waiting the time, ticking time. Like when he gonna do it? I know. So when he get ready, because we talk about it all the time. It's just a matter. when he does it. That's all.
When
Mhm.
right, it's a matter of
So
That's
is the
a
date
beautiful thing.
set for you guys? Like when's the official?
I mean, we got so much stuff to iron out. I mean,
All right, stay tuned, folks. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. No, I'm
you know, I mean, my family half Atlanta. Yeah, you know, but no, it's absolutely going to happen sooner or later. With a
take
dope
your
man.
time. Ain't no pressure. You see the love. You see the support. You ain't got to prove nothing, do nothing. No, but I'm getting married when I get ready, and that's what I say.
Right.
It ain't no.
When her
no
grandfather come in town and say, "Hey, y'all need to get married,"
It's
know
gonna
that
happen.
pressure.
I thought you
No,
already
absolutely.
were. I was like, look at him rocking the
I
ring.
did too. She had to remind me that we weren't married. I thought we
Oh,
were married already.
No,
I said,
don't do that.
What the fuck you talking about? We
Don't
married.
do that.
You know, I thought we walked down the aisle and all that
When
shit.
did
I
we do
thought it
that?
was over with. You
When did we do that?
know.
We'll be back. Look, I'm gonna keep coming. He or
What do you
she,
say?
he or she seeing nothing wrong. I have to say he or she because it's not one way, but he or she seeing nothing wrong with who or she or what he does. Like basically not changing because for who they see themselves as is not. There's no need to change. Like why? So at that point, I think we're answering these questions within a question, saying don't stick around and wait for that. People show you who they are. Believe them.
Is he gonna accept it or you not? You know?
Right.
I mean, I think that's just what it comes down to.
And I think there'll always be some things that like what's maybe if you're into love languages, maybe what's important to you may not necessarily be completely, on the high level of a priority for me. But if I care about you and I want you in my life and I want to see you happy, I want to support you, then you need to figure out how to put that on your list, whether it's a reminder, a calendar date or whatever, or just getting some understanding about how to, care about that person in that way, then, but if you don't want to do that, like what's the point of a relationship? Because what that person may like today, 10, 20 years from now, they might like something different. I mean, so you have to understand that it's going to be an ever-changing situation, and it's just like, do you guys have those foundations where you can communicate and work and talk about those changes? So if you're just like, I'm not changing, this is who I am, well,
I mean, do you want to put up with it?
You ain't it for me.
It's but I mean, it go back to the same thing. Like, hey, are you willing to develop? The base of who you are is pretty much gonna be what you are.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
and just it.
Are you willing to develop? You know what I mean? So
yeah, y'all nailing it. Are you trying to influence and even control this person's behavior by being pleasing, meaning sex, ego stroke, shoulder lean on, competing with their ex-partner or even existing ex-partner or even ex-partner? Are you feel like you in competition? Do any of y'all feel like, you want to do better than the last person? I did at first. I was like, I'm trying to be better. I ain't trying to have him feel caged. Whatever she had him feeling, I ain't trying to have him be that way. And I had to stop and say, you know what? I'm just being me. What are y'all thoughts on that?
You want to go?
I wasn't in no competition with this is what I know what I got to offer. If this work for you, great. If it don't, then ain't it.
I'm definitely not in the competition because I just don't see it that way. I mean, it don't kind of hit my radar, and from that sense, because for us to even to continue to go forward, it's how we already got to kind of have this safe pocket together, if that makes sense. I mean,
that mean you got to be talking about your ex. That mean it's not. That's not just something that's gonna happen by osmosis. Like,
and don't it hurt enough? Like whatever you did with your ex, don't it hurt? Damn, like it's like you get shot and you just put your finger in the hole and you keep no. Don't you want to move forward from it? I kind of look at it from that aspect. I mean, all the memories are the memories, and can't nobody take it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody. That don't mean it was. Some of them memories is
Mm-hmm.
everlasting or
Mm-hmm.
good memories.
Mm-hmm.
Everything with an X ain't gotta be bad.
Mm-hmm.
X is just an ED word. It's the past.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's it. So it's not. It don't have to be necessarily a bad thing, but I don't. As far as competing, I mean, no. I
And
mean,
I guess
for
I
what?
I I, I kind of looked at it as not so much competing because we were friends first. 10 years, 7 years passed before we ran to each other again. So the fact that how we
We
ran
kind of
into
got the
each
same
other,
story.
you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? We were talking about, man, this motherfucker did that and she did that. So it's like now we
Mhm.
got skin in the game. It's like remembering because all that shit didn't just disappear. It's in the back of my mind. Like,
That's
wait a
true.
minute. So I gotta make sure because when we were friends, he said this. So it's kind of like
Mhm.
playing like, oh shit, I gotta remember that he don't like
Yeah.
he did this. So is that competing or what is that? What is that called? Like, what am I doing? Or what was I doing?
I think. I mean, I gotta say, like, you can't be too like. Stop trying to be too smart. Like sometimes it's dead. It's just dead ass front and center, and this what you should do. But
Mm,
everybody got, it go to the ideal thing. Like you think you operating on the level, and it's like no, everybody operating on this level. Like
mm-hmm,
you being too smart. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like
mm.
no, like no, draft Michael Jordan. Like it's simple. Like
Right.
if you see it, no, don't try to do this. No, 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 no.
Mm,
So it's
And I think it's nice to acknowledge it if y'all had that kind of relationship, because
yes.
y'all were friends. But like if
Yeah.
let's just say those two people weren't friends, and
Yeah.
this person is just talking about their ex and how
Yeah.
all that. Now that's just not healthy,
yeah, that's reminiscing. Like,
right? In the negative way.
yeah,
But
you
if y'all were
invite.
friends and you
You
just were
weren't
able
even
to
expecting
capture
a
that,
relationship.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not no
People don't do that.
friends.
People don't talk
Wait,
about
wait,
that.
wait. I'm
Everybody
not
do that.
friends with none of my ex. Are you friends with some of your ex?
mm-mm.
No,
Yes,
just we no
you
beef.
are.
No,
No
no
beef.
beef. I mean, if I
But
see
you
you on the
just
street, hey, how you doing?
Right,
Merry
no beef.
Christmas, Happy
yeah.
New Year. But it ain't
Nah,
like,
but y'all heard a tone drop though.
oh my gosh, get out of here,
Okay.
crazy.
No, no, no.
And the ending point the change
There
the
we go. Look,
change
man.
we desire from someone else is often a reflection of the desire we are craving for our own transformation. So take all that love you feel and open your heart to receiving it from yourself. Utilize
Mhm.
that longing for someone else to be different to propel you to be the change that you are craving. Mm.
I think that's it.
My saying is, you do it. You do it, then. You do it.
You become
You should. You should do. You should edit this video this way. You should do. I think you should. I think we need more. No, 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 no. You do it. You do it. Everybody got a opinion, an idea, an idea. You know how many people thought about Apple before Apple was Apple? Even if it wasn't an apple, it could have been a peach, a blackberry, a plum,
right.
a tangerine. It was everything but an apple.
Mhm.
But somebody went out there and put their boots on the ground. You do the shit.
Yeah.
If not, then shut up. I had a conversation in my home. Everybody playing for real. Everybody playing. Ain't nobody really. You ain't really trying to sacrifice that stuff for real. You don't want to not see your babies for real. You don't want to not go home to your lady for real. You don't want to put in that extra 5, 6 hours for
Mm.
real. So I mean, you do it. I mean, I'm talking about we have. Am I lying, dog? I be yelling, do it then, do it. That's all it come down to. From that one, that
That's
was a great question. I'm sorry, it triggered me. You know it was a great
no, I say I'm like, okay, look.
question. We'll do it, cause what
No,
you doing
you're
right
right.
now, you're actually doing it. You putting in action. I mean, and you said, hey, I seen, and I kept thinking, but guess what? This is action.
Mhm.
This is action.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers don't want to do this. Everybody want to be comfortable and get it at the same time. It's impossible. It don't mix. It don't mix. That shit salt on the snail, man. It's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Now, you got something to say?
Cool chick. What's your last thoughts on that ending point about just basically putting the fulfillment, change yourself before you decide you want to change somebody else?
I mean, no, we talk about that on a regular basis.
I mean, every day, bro.
We talk about it. You know, I'm like, I want to get in shape, or or he's saying he want to get in shape, and when he working, I'm like, okay, I could probably go ahead and do what I need to do. Or even if I'm doing something, he's like, man, I need to probably get on that too. I think if you are in that type of space where that person is trying to be the best version that they can be, it motivates you to want to be the best version that you want to be.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you gotta. If you look good, you feel good. You performing well. Of course, I think just by nature, that other person or anyone around you is going to want to kind of be on that same level. Yeah. So it's not foreign to expect for that person to perform at that level if you're doing it too. Like, hey, I believe in you. You just as capable. So come on, let's get with it. You can do it too. So, I mean, I think that's a great lasting statement. If you get yourself together, you feeling good, you're going to hopefully attract someone who wants to continue to grow and to feel good and look good. So, keep knocking those goals down together.
But you do it.
Right, you do it.
He's about do it then. I was like, that was a TikTok. And speaking of TikTok, we got one here for you. This one. I'm feeling
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Me and my kids know that word for word. Me and my homeboy Brian. Yo, diggy, yo, dude.
Water boy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Remember that time about the Luce? Man, come on, man. That's like candy,
man. That shit was so funny. I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And I'm like, one day I woke up and they're like 17,000 views, 1,000 something like. I'm like, really? From that? Yeah. And like I said, the ones I put less effort in go viral, and then the ones I just take my time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You can't just think you just gotta do it. Don't even think about it. Put that shit out.
Oh God. Well, as you know, my show is going to be about different confessions, and we about to roll it out because we got some calls for your ass on. I'm like, who are these people? But at the same time, no judgment zone. So just want to roll out to know that this show really, I'm going to be talking to several people, guest topics. As you can see, I really, really, really enjoyed our conversation. But my confession line is the core of the show, and here you go.
We all have our secret shames. The great thing about the internet is that we can hide behind a screen and say things that we would never say in a face-to-face conversation. My show is all about getting it off your chest and owning up to the past wrongs. While confessing hardly takes responsibility for one's actions, the very act of confessing can alleviate feelings of guilt and help people to get on with their lives. Confessing might even make you reflect on your own past transgressions. So, call *67 404 537 0030 to leave your confession. Let the therapy begin.
All right. So I want to just say thank you guys so much for coming and having a conversation with me. I thank you. And the bonus, the cool chick. I was like, yes, when I see you on camera, I'm like, let's do it. Let's get it. Thank you guys.
I wasn't about to hold no phone.
Any last words to my viewers? Like I said, thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely. Keep rocking with the Christine Love Show. Your whole format is dope. Keep on going.
Thank you.
Do your thing. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. It was cool.
This was a first for me to be interviewed on a podcast.
Wow. Okay.
Outside of No Degree, so.
Yeah. So here you go.
This was great. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. And tell me, how can one get a glimpse of your show, your podcast? Tell me about your Instagram. Give your information, how they can.
We everywhere. We on Spotify. We on Apple. We on Tune in. We on YouTube. I mean, you can go
Instagram.
anywhere. It's the No Degree Show. No, they got 3 O's on it.
And Instagram is NOO degree.
I mean, and go in there and put your opinion on it.
Yeah.
Come cuss me out. Come cuss me out. I don't.
Some crazy stuff on there.
Come on there. And, I mean, enjoy. Listen or hate it, but
you can type in anywhere, No Degree with 3 O's, and you'll find it. Just look for Benjamin Franklin with the graduation cap on, and that's tell you're in the right place.
We're gonna go right here. Here you go. Here.
That is.
Boom. Well, thank you guys again. Until next time on the Christine Love Show. Good night.